Hello, everybody. This is Sinema77, horror and cult film lover, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're going to talk about a different kind of movie. I'm just kind of curious. Does anybody care about Nazi erotic love stories? It's really a good question. I'm sure the Ku Klux Klan does, but who gives a fuck what they think? Uh, yeah, but anyway, though, the movie we're going to be talking about today deals with that exact subject. We're going to be talking about Black Angel. This is on the Tinto Brass Maestro of Erotic Cinema collection, and there's the slipcover. The inside cover is a little bit different. So there we go. So yeah, this movie, what year did it come out? Black 2002. Okay. Well, anyway, though, yeah. The movie, it's Italian, and one good thing I will say about this movie is that the score is done by the master Ennio Morricone, who, we all know from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and of course The Thing, and Exorcist 2, and many other great scores. He did the music for this, so that's one thing I definitely will say about this movie is the music is solid. Great score. The story concerns a woman named Livia, who, she's, German, she's Nazi and all this stuff, and she's married to a man, and kind of like, the typical start of a lot of erotic films, you have this beautiful, gorgeous woman who's with this big, fat, balding, old, kind of oafish looking man, and, the kind of situation where you wonder why they would ever get together in the first place. She doesn't seem like she would ever hook up with a guy like him, but they're married, and um, they're at this play or whatever it is, opera, whatever it is, and this demonstration is put on by these um, they call them with it like Youth of Freedom or some shit. I don't remember, but anyway, though, and then this German lieutenant named Helmet, he comes up and he basically kind of lets her know that he's interested in her and she's interestedly piqued in him, and so they embark on this. The two of them, they embark on this very torrid sexual affair, and she becomes jealous of him, and at the same time, like her husband, little bit by little bit, he's kind of suspecting that something's going on, and so she wants to, she realizes she's falling in love with him, and he says he's falling in love with her, but it's one of those kind of things like he's kind of toxic for her because with her husband, she's kind of, secure, taken care of. The sex is terrible, and and all this other kind of stuff. There's not a lot of passion in the marriage, but when she's with him, there's plenty of passion. There's plenty of, sex and everything else. But at the same time, though, it's like he's very much a bad influence on her. He has a gambling problem. He takes a lot of her money. He's uh, getting her into situations like where she's, sniffing cocaine and having sex with other women and all this other kind of stuff. And they're like going to orgies and things like that. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of a toxic love affair between these two. But yeah, I will say this: if you want nudity, this movie's got you covered. Definitely plenty of nudity, plenty of sex. Some of it simulated, some of it not. Anyway, there's the back of it. Anyway, I forgot to mention that. So yeah, so that's the one there. But anyway, though, so yeah, that's okay. So yeah, what all did I say? Yeah, yeah, they're in this torrid love affair and everything else, and um, one of the biggest problems with this movie, I will say, is definitely the pacing. This movie goes for quite a while. Does it say how long the movie is on here? Let's say, yeah, 124 minutes. This movie really does not need to be that long. I'm serious. There's like scenes where the two of them, they're getting into bed, they're going to start to make love, and um, seriously, I'm not kidding. It takes like almost 10 minutes just for them to get undressed. The pacing of this movie really needed to be toned down. They really could have used the editing scissors on this movie just a little bit, kind of speed things up a little bit. Um, the biggest problem that I would say though is like this is, while it is, your kind of typical erotic kind of love story, woman in a loveless marriage, finding passion, and danger with another man, and the whole fear of being caught and all this other kind of stuff. While that's interesting, but at the same time though too, it's all like, does anybody care about Nazis falling in love? Who gives a shit? Does anybody give a damn that this Nazi woman is falling in love with this Nazi man? That would have been the one thing. Like, I think he really should have, that Brass. He really should have just kept that out of the movie altogether. It's just a whole Nazi thing. Maybe turn it into something else, but because that really does kind of hinder your movie. Nobody really wants to. Unless Brad Pitt's scalping them, nobody really gives a shit about Nazis. You know, but yeah, there's plenty of sex in this movie, even though it takes an inordinately long time to get around to it. There's plenty of sex in this movie. There's plenty of nudity to keep you interested. There's if you're the kind of guy who's terrified of an unshaved vagina, then yeah, this movie's going to scare the hell out of you, because the women in this movie, they're not shaved. But yeah, plenty of breasts and so on and everything else. There's a scene where they're in an orgy, and one girl's getting her butthole tickled by a feather. There's women giving blowjobs. There's lesbianism. There's women peeing. There's all kinds of good debauchery going on in here. So, would I recommend this movie? No, not really. Not really. I haven't checked out the other three on this set yet, but Black Angel, I got to be kind of honest. This was one I kind of figure I wasn't going to enjoy very much going into it, but if you're into that kind of thing, if you really want something that's kind of really like down and dirty, something that really kind of makes you feel nasty and grimy after you watch it, kind of feel like you need a shower, there's nothing better than erotic Nazis, I guess. But so anyway, so that's it. That's pretty much about all we can say about this movie. It's beautifully shot, I will say that. And like I said, the music by Ennio Morricone is really good. I just say, like they really could have, been a little bit more strict with the editing scissors on this movie. Like I say, it just drags for too long. This movie really does not need to run over 2 hours long. But and then also too, just does anybody give a shit about Nazi love stories? Like I said, if it had been something else, it hadn't been Nazis, I think people would probably be more interested in this kind of movie. But anyway, though, different strokes for different folks, I guess. So, but anyway, though, yeah, here's on the back of it, we got the Hitchcock of erotic cinema. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up. We talked about Black Angel, erotic Nazi movie. If anybody took the time to watch this video, I thank you for doing it. And just so you know, I fucking hate Nazis. Okay, I would gladly go up next to Brad Pitt and scalp the sons of bitches if I could. Trust me on that. But anyway, though, that's going to do it. If you watch this video again, thank you for doing so. I truly appreciate you for doing it. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. This is Sinema77, and hopefully next time we'll find a better, out of this set, we'll find a better erotic movie that we can enjoy. And until then, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.